Are you a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu enthusiast looking to fast-track your progression and earn this coveted blue belt in under a year? It's a challenging feat and requires more than just having skills on the mats. But however, by adopting the proper mindset and by applying these 10 simple tips, you'll be accelerating your progression through blue belt and beyond. So want to become a BJJ powerhouse? Join me as I share the secrets in becoming a blue belt in record time.
Welcome back. Well, the first thing that you should do is find a good gym. I made the mistake of just going to the closest BJJ gym to where I stay, and that was a terrible mistake. What you should do is just go into Google, search for best BJJ gym in your city, and then you'll be seeing the Google reviews, and just go and visit that gym. And how do you know if a gym is good when you've actually arrived? Well, the first telltale sign or green flag is actually hygiene. If the mats are clean and the dressing rooms are clean, that's a major green flag. The next green flag is if somebody greets you upon entering the venue or the dojo or the mat. I mean, if somebody greets you within the first 5 minutes, that's another major green flag, because the students at the dojo are nothing more than a reflection of the head instructor. If the head instructor is a pleasant person, a man of integrity, this permeates throughout the gym. So good students equals good head instructor. So look out for that. And also remember, you're going to be spending hundreds, if not thousands of hours on these mats. So make sure to do your due diligence so you find a good gym, and if you make a good choice, you'll probably be making friendships that will last for the rest of your life. So do your homework. Don't skip on this one. Number 2, stay healthy. Prevention is better than cure. A key to being good at jiu-jitsu is actually training. So you should be able to make sure that your body is strong by going to the gym at least once a week, because there's a lot of wear and tear on your body. I'm not going to lie to you. Your fingers, all of your joints, your wrists, your elbows, your shoulders, your knees, your neck, they're going to take quite a deal of punishment. So make sure that you go to the gym at least once a week to strengthen your major joints. Number 2 is to start stretching. I never used to stretch before, but Kieran Lefebvre, I'll post the link down, has an excellent free 30-day BJJ yoga instructional that you can follow on YouTube. And number 3, always make sure that you're going to stay hydrated, because if you're training in a gi or no gi, you're going to be sweating like crazy, and you'll avoid cramps, and you'll just stay healthier by actually being hydrated. So I don't know how much water you're drinking, but make sure to double it. Number 3, build a solid foundation. If I don't know how the layout is in your class, but if you have a fundamentals class, you should be spending the majority of your time in there. The fundamentals are something that are going to follow you throughout your BJJ journey, and you're going to be building other BJJ techniques on top of your fundamentals. So if you have a solid base, all other techniques are just going to flow and come to you way easier. So a quick Google search, once again, the BJJ fundamentals, or ask your instructor, what are the most important things to know in BJJ in terms of escapes, sweeps, submissions, and so on and so forth. So the fundamentals have to be so good that it's crazy. Focus on your fundamentals. Point number 4, reflect. After each class, don't just do a certain drill or an exercise and then just trail off. Reflect. Why did we do this? How could we done this different? And always keep replaying the sequence in your mind. So this is what I did, and this really helped to improve my BJJ. After each class, on the train on my way home, I saw the people scrolling on their iPhones, but what I did, I used to replay every single exercise we did during that class. So if it was let's say a scissor sweep, I always replayed it in my head. I pretended that I was actually off balancing my opponent, twisting my hip to the side, and doing a scissor sweep. Actually replaying the exercise in your mind an hour or two after the actual class really helps. And only that, reflect, why did we do this? How come it works? Why wouldn't it work? How can we improve this? And don't mind asking your head instructor these questions. They really appreciate it, and it also deepens your understandings of the actual exercises. It's very different than just doing something mechanically without thinking. It might work, but your progression will be so slow. So reflect, reflect, reflect. Please do that. Number 5, if possible, get a mentor. I was so lucky that I got a purple belt who took me under his wing. Shout out Christian. He really accelerated my game. I can't emphasize it enough, the value of having a mentor who can give you these small tweaks and see the small mistakes that you make. If you can, try getting a purple belt and upwards, but an experienced blue belt is also really, really good. So if possible, get a mentor ASAP. If you're just a friendly person, people are gonna want to help you. So just be a friendly person, be curious, ask questions, and try to foster relationships. So eventually look for a blue belt or a purple belt. If you can get a good blue or purple belt who's a good instructor, you're way, way ahead of everybody else. So make sure, get a mentor. And that takes us to number 6. Drill, drill, drill. Repetition is the key in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You have to drill all the techniques that you've learned so many times until they become muscle memory. You don't even have to think about it. You just do it automatically. Might sound a bit boring. It's maybe not the sexiest thing in the world, but it's so important to drill, drill, drill. Think you've drilled enough? No, drill more. You can never drill too much. So drill, drill, drill. Number 7. Another mistake many white belts make is that they focus on strength over technique. I'm guilty as charged. What I used to do was that I'm quite athletically gifted, so if something didn't work, I just used to brute force through it. But now when I'm a bit more experienced, first of all, it looks terrible. It doesn't look as if you know BJJ if you're just using your strength all the time. And it won't work long term either. You'll gas out, and it's just terrible jiu-jitsu. Work short term, long term, no. So focus on technique. If you're doing the technique properly, you barely need to use any strength. And also exercises your mental muscles as well by using technique other than brute force. So emphasize technique. Number 8, something very important that took a while for me to learn, but that truly, really changed my game, and that's learning how to breathe. Sounds odd, right? What we do is that we usually breathe through our mouth throughout our entire lives, which is completely wrong. You should be focusing on breathing through your nose. And there's an excellent book I bought. It was recommended to me by MMA legend Bas Rutten, and it has actually changed my entire life. I mean, I sleep better, I concentrate better, I rest better, I recover way better by actually following basic breathing techniques. Quick Google search will help you. Otherwise, I could highly recommend this book. But what I basically do now is that I only breathe through my nose, no matter what. Even now when I'm jogging, when I do my 4K jog, when I do my sprints, I only make sure to breathe through my nose. And it has changed my game totally. So learn how to breathe. Number 9, focus on escapes. Unfortunately, as a white belt, you're gonna end up being in very terrible positions. And you're just gonna be lying there like a fish, jumping around, not knowing what to do. And it's a sad sight, and it's just terrible. So focus on escapes so that you know what to do when you inevitably end up in these bad positions. And I know you're new to BJJ, you want to do your rear naked chokes, your Americanas, your arm bars, and so on and so forth. But I shouldn't be focusing on the offense yet. The offense comes way later. First of all, just focus on survival. So escapes are key. Number 10, we finally reached our goal. Perhaps the most important thing in your BJJ journey is to train consistently. I don't care who you are, what your name is, how athletically gifted you are. If you don't train consistently, you're not going anywhere in your Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu journey. There's so many BJJ white belts that were way more experienced than I was, and I've run laps around them. And the only thing I've done that was different to them was that I used to train consistently. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, come rain, come sunshine, I made sure that my butt was on those BJJ mats. So that's the most important tip that I could give you all. It's as important as all other 9 combined. Train consistently. Don't miss a single class. If you're very ill or have something serious has happened, don't go to class. But if you have a mild headache, a minor injury, oh, my finger hurts or something, no. Just go to class and work around those injuries, because you don't just miss the class, but you lose momentum. And once you lose momentum, regaining that is very, very difficult. And this is not only applicable to BJJ, but it's applicable to all other aspects in life. If you want to be a good programmer, a good pianist, you have to train consistently. Oh yeah, one bonus tip. Hand yourself small rewards along the way. BJJ is a very difficult sport. It takes 10 to 15 years just to reach a black belt level. You're gonna be injured, it's almost inevitable. You're gonna have tough times, you're gonna not be motivated. And this is a simple technique from Alex Hormozi's shout out. If you wanna be successful in anything difficult, let's say starting a business or in BJJ, you have to hand yourself small rewards along the way. The way you do it is very individual. It's up to you. And please enjoy the journey. Take care.